Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Faro Iron and Customs. It's going to be Febudaily number 20, which means it's February the 18th. As I am 2 days ahead on posting videos, so I have enough time to make sure I have one posted for you every day of February. A little bit of background for Febudaily for people that may just be joining. Febudaily is an idea for a fellow YouTube creator, Just Cause Customs. He's out of Australia. A few years ago he did a Febudaily, and he's done some pretty awesome projects on his channel, including building a miniature Lotus 7, which he calls the Cubman. If y'all get a chance, I'll leave that link in the description. Go check him out. He's got some awesome shop ideas for dealing with, sorting your shop so you can work in a smaller area. He's got some really great ideas about how to store his plasma cutter and pipe. No, he did one on the bead roller, and he's got several great videos. Anyway, y'all go check him out. What I'm doing today is I got the spindles and the front suspension parts off of the Ford. I got them out in the yard and got them cleaned up. Now, what I want to do right now is get these parts taken up and get these parts taken apart. And I want to make a few notes on this before I take it apart. I'm switching this over to disc brakes, and I think the front rotors are either Ranger or Aerostar front rotors. The calipers are, the brackets are cut out of or formed from flat steel, and the calipers are Camaro calipers. So there's some things that we got to get rid of, some things we're keeping. Let me get the camera here, and y'all have to forgive me. The camera was dead when I came out here. So some things we're getting rid of the backing plate. I've got new steer arms to go with the uprights, and let's see. Okay, when I was watching the video on the Shoebox Central video on putting the uprights in, he said to put these in the opposite way that what they are in these spindles, but someone in the comments said that was wrong and they should be in here like this. Both of these are set with this lip down, and it's the flat side on the top, and that's to keep water from being able to run down inside of that bearing. And this is basically the bearing. This is the whole load of the car goes on this bearing on the front. So we're getting rid of the upright, the steering arm, and everything. All I'm going to keep from this is the spindle and the hub. And the only reason I'm keeping the hub right now is because I don't want to break out the rotors and put them on there yet. I don't want them to sit out here and flash rust while I'm, this project's going to take a year or more, and I don't want to put those on until after we get the chassis cleaned up and all the fab work done to the chassis. So I'm going to get some tools out, and we're going to start taking this apart. Oh, something I wanted to note. To take the kingpins out, it's got caps in either end. Now, I've always heard that it's a real pain in the butt to get a kingpin out. So I don't know what I'm going to get into trying to get these kingpins out, but you have a pin that holds the kingpin in, and you have a small side of the pin and a large side of the pin. So you got to drive the small side, obviously, that way. You got to drive the pin that way to get that pin out. And then the king pin will slide out. And we'll get into that whenever I get to putting the other side together. Another thing too, and I need to, well, a couple other things. One thing is I need to watch the video again, because there's places where they talk about the new uprights rubbing on the new arms, and they may have to be ground down some. So we'll get into that tomorrow. But this is the steering stop, and that's the steering stop bolt. So this is the left side, and that's the right side over there. I haven't taken the right side drum off because it wasn't seized. This side was seized up, and I had to completely disassemble this side to get the car free to move. So let me, do not fall. All right, about to have bloopers. So I'm gonna grab some stuff and try to get this first side apart, and then I'm gonna come back. All right, guys, you can probably still see it smoking. I ended up having to get out the old blue wrench and put a little heat on it to get that king pin to come out. I expected it was going to be a pain in the butt. So that's one side tore down. So far as the backing plate and everything, it comes off pretty easy. You know, just take the bolts out. The bolts were stuck in there and had to be persuaded out. Also, the steer arm that goes in the upright, you may want to think about positioning that before you put it together. That one barely squeaked out. It may be able to squeak back in once you get it put together. I don't know, we're gonna have to see. So that's gonna be tomorrow. I think that I'm going to try to go on and tear the other one down so that both sides can go ahead and be cool by in the morning. Like I said, we don't need this upright. That's all we needed out of the whole thing was a spindle, and literally that was all we need out of that whole setup is a spindle and the hub. That's all we need. Everything else is going to be replaced. So I may try to go on and get that one out. It's getting kind of late, but I would like to have them cool in the morning whenever I get ready to get started putting it back together. And I'll go sand the inside of them up a little bit with a little bit of emery cloth or something, and try to get them to where the kingpin slides a little more freely than what it is. I mean, if it's never had any in it, that's 72 years of rust holding that thing together. So actually there's some things on this car that came apart, and I, never believed they would have come apart. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. Thank you all that have watched. If you've watched every video so far, awesome, man. I appreciate it a lot. If you only watched a few videos that you wanted to watch, I also appreciate that. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we're going to get the suspension put back together on this thing and get it sitting down on 4 tires and get it moved over. And then if there's enough time tomorrow, I'm going to get it back in the air so we can start thinking about what we're going to do about repairing those rocker panels and putting some floor pans in. All right, y'all have a good day. All right, guys, I'm going to come at you one more time today. The right side, it came apart just like it was put together yesterday. Anyway, I'm tickled. So all I got to do tomorrow is get it put back together. So and then maybe clean up the shop. Hey. Anyway, like I said, y'all have a good day.